Happy holidays, everybody. Happy holidays! What? Little round wooden discs don't scream holidays to you? In all honesty, it's still Halloween for me, but for the sake of my seasonal depression, I kind of have to get into Christmas and the holidays, or I will spiral into a pit of depression. And since Thanksgiving is over, that means it's holiday time. I make tree ornaments literally every year, so this year what I wanted to do is make some ornaments with these wooden discs. I want to do all three a little different, but just for the sake of explaining it to you, I want to drill like a hole into this wooden disc, and then we're going to fill that hole with glittery resin so that it sparkles on the Christmas tree and it creates a magical moment that distracts me for a moment. I live for those moments during the winter. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to pull out one of my drills. And I think we're going to do this like a crazy person might do it. I mean, Madwoman, you know, you signed up for this. And I'm going to drill a bunch of holes to create a bigger hole. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, we're about to do it, so you're going to find out. So let's do it! It smells like poop over here. The perks of working in a basement. Hey. Alright, welcome to the side of my work table. I have one of the wood rounds kind of clamped to the table so I don't have to like hold on to it. And we're going to start drilling into this. I'm going to make like a bunch of holes so that we can basically punch out a bigger hole. Oh my crap! Hey, look at this! Righty tighty lefty loosey. Alright, look at what we have here. It looks like a piece of bread that was eaten by a squirrel. So now what I'm going to do is get my Dremel tool and we're going to fix up these edges. Alright, I've got my Dremel tool. Here it is. And we're equipped with a little sanding head. I'm gonna go get a mask on. I know everyone's thinking it. And goggles. Here's the proof. Whoa. There we go. Look at this. It is so exactly what I wanted. It is so perfect. It's just like an odd, like squiggly shape. It's absolutely perfection. So I think I want to make 3 of these, so we're going to move on to the next one. Also, I'm gonna wear gloves this time because I'm sure all of you were screaming that as well. Listen, okay? I'm gonna do it this time. I'm sorry. Can you forgive me, please? You know, I'm an honest artist, and sometimes I don't do things the way that I should. I apologize for this, but I now have my ladies' work gloves on. And a mask and goggles. Are y'all proud of me? Oopsie doodles. Maybe What could I do with this? What could I do? What could I do? What could I do? I am going to try to salvage this because it might actually look super cool if I like space it a little bit, like give the crack a little bit of space and then fill that with resin as well. And then once it's cured, it'll be all one ornament again. This may have been a blessing in disguise. We're going to find out later. I'm going to Dremel this, but first we're going to drill into the last one. Perfect. Oh my goodness. All right, so we have our shapes. I did a little heart. This is the like cutout circle blobby one. And then this is our broken one that I think we can make this look really cool. So what I'm gonna do now is bring in this sheet of acrylic that we used for one of my recent videos. We're gonna lay this down on the table and put our ornaments on top. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is seal the outer edge with some silicone caulking. This is the one that I'm using right now. I've never used it before, so I'm a little nervous. I hope that it works. Perfect, so I'm gonna let the silicone dry for a little bit. I hope the silicone peels off of the wood. Didn't super consider that part, so we're gonna find out together, aren't we? All right, you guys, so it is the next day. I know I said I was gonna leave it for just a little bit because the stuff, like the directions on the silicone bottle said that it would dry in 30 minutes, or it's like, it's water ready in 30 minutes, but only if you have it as like a certain size or like a certain thickness. And obviously, I just kind of like globbed this on, and every time I would like poke it with a popsicle stick yesterday, it was still like really squishy. I didn't want to risk ruining this entire project because I feel like these are going to look really, really cool. So I left it for the night, but it is the next day and we are going to get started on mixing up some resin. So let's do it. Alright, it's actually 2 days later. This resin is the CounterCultureDIY casting resin, so it does cure like kind of soft. But for whatever reason, it's still kind of sticky on the top. So I'm wondering if those new mixing cups I got from Michael's were not like correct measurements, or it just, whenever resin is still sticky after a certain amount of time where it should have cured properly, that I usually chalk that up to maybe I didn't mix it thoroughly, or maybe the measurements were off. But I can obviously touch it, it's just a little tacky. So I mean, I want to pop these out and see how they came out, and if I have to, I will do like a little top coat with a harder curing resin. I would have done that in the first place, like filled it with a harder curing resin or a faster curing resin. I just didn't have one. But we're gonna get started on peeling these off. So it is taking off some of the like bark, I guess, but it's not like ripping it the way that I thought it might, but it is, ew, it looks like snake skin. You can see some of the bark. It makes sense because these are like birch rounds, I think. Oh God, everyone. Okay, we're gonna leave that for now. Oh, sorry, did that one without you. Why does it feel wet under there? Oh my God, some of the silicone is still wet. Ew. You know, I was thinking when we first started this project, wow, everything's going so well. No project ever goes, perfectly for me. There's always an issue, and it's really my fault because those issues probably pop up because I don't thoroughly think out my ideas. I just kind of go for it. Now we're here. Now we're here in a place where it doesn't feel like this will come off. I'm going to try to pry it off. So some interesting facts are that I decided this time I am not going to spray the plastic with the mold release, because I was like, I kind of want to see if they'll come off without the mold release. I think we're going to find out today that the mold release helped. I'm using like a paint scraper. Oh no. Okay, I wouldn't recommend that, but that's what I've done. And I'm gonna be honest and show this clip anyway. I chiseled, okay? But I chiseled away from me. No one else is in here. I wouldn't recommend it. But guess what? It came off. Whoa! So the resin coated the entire bottom. I like it because we get two different looks, We have this side where the wood is still kind of exposed, and then this side, which is still really pretty because it's got like a different color and it's very like warm and pretty. See, it's a little scary. I know that. I know. All right, here we go with this one. So here's the front of the heart one, and then the back where the resin is coating the whole thing. Okay. Silicone. You're a bitch. Alright, so here is this one. How cool is that? So this is the back. This is the front. I love that we left like a little bit of a crack and filled that with resin as well. Alright you guys, our 2022 Christmas ornaments are done. I think if I were to do this again, I would definitely change up some parts of the process, like probably a faster or harder curing resin, spraying some mold release onto the plastic, and I might try like putting something, I don't even know what you could put, maybe like some rocks on top to like push it down so that the resin doesn't like puddle and cover the back, although I do really like it. Other than that, I love this. Like, this was, honestly, it was still pretty easy. It was, you know, the only thing that did make it easy was my impatience, and that's usually how things go around here. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you give this video a like, subscribe to my channel and my vlog channel, which is Not So Artsy. You can follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok. It is at Artsymadwoman. We have merch. This is what some of it looks like. Haunted Plant Party. There's also the I Love You to Absolute Death stuff on there. Link for that is down in the description, along with the link to becoming a member of this channel, where we do bonus videos, bonus posts, emotes, and badges. I love you guys to absolute death, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!